Good morning to all of you. Now, welcome to our second class of Pinnacle Batch. Yesterday, we had our first class, the very introductory class. I hope yesterday's class was quite clear to you and you felt quite comfortable with the concept which we discussed, though I didn't discuss much in yesterday's class. Today, I'll continue from where I left the class, but before I start teaching you, every time थोड़ा सा ज्ञान देना बहुत ज़रूरी है because this ज्ञान we have learnt after many years and which can be shared with anybody making their life better. Be positive no matter what the condition is. Kuch bhi ho jaye, be positive. And here let me tell you one thing, that there have been few instances. UPSC will require this approach very much. There have been few instances when, let's say, there was a plane and that plane had 4 engines. And while the plane was cruising, all the 4 engines got shut down. 4 इंजन थे और जब प्लेन चल रहा है चारों के चारों इंजन क्या हो गए, बंद हो गए. अब आप सोचिए, the plane is in the air, that's to 36,000 feet. None of the 4 engines are working. But then here also be positive. UPSC का पेपर आ गया, कुछ नहीं आता, be positive, no problem. क्योंकि आपको नहीं आता तो दूसरे को भी कहाँ आता है. So just keep studying nominally, things will fall in place. अंत में सब ठीक हो ही जाता है. और अगर ठीक ना हो तो पिक्चर अभी बाकी है. सुना होगा आपने, ये प्लेन भी जिसके 4 इंजन थे, चारों के चारों बंद हो गए. रियल इंसिडेंट है. उसके बावजूद भी, you will not believe me, all the 4 engines after much struggle came back to power and they landed safely. और कई बार तो ऐसा बिना इंजन के भी, बिना इंजन चलते हुए भी उन्होंने सेफ लैंडिंग करी है. So always be positive no matter what. Keep studying, keep working hard, do not give up at any point of time. सब अच्छा होगा eventually, ये सोच के चलना. Now starting with the concept which I was delivering yesterday. कल जो concept हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे वहीं से हम दोबारा शुरू करते हैं. I was discussing with you that what is the meaning of constitution, and believe me, this is not philosophical. This is not philosophical what I'm discussing right now. This is exam oriented. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं ज्ञान बांट रहे हैं कि भाई चलो आज डिस्कस करते हैं संविधान क्या होता है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या होता है. So we are not discussing anything philosophical. This is because exam demands such questions. After some classes I'll tell you some PYQs also where these concepts have been tested and questions have come. And only when the concepts were clear, you could answer the question easily and correctly. Anyways, yesterday I was telling you what constitution is of any country in general. So constitution is the fundamental and the organic law of the nation. Fundamental, I told you that constitution is the first law of the country. It is the mother law of the country. Yesterday I told you. देश का सबसे बड़ा कानून, सबसे पहला कानून, primary law, constitution है. The primary law of the country is the constitution. Every other law is according to constitution. Every other law is made according to constitution to serve the purpose of the constitution. Then constitution is also organic. Organic matlab it is living, it is change oriented, it is able to adapt itself with time as per the need of society. Uske baad something I wrote that constitution establishes means it provides the conception, character and organization of governance system of the country. Conception means how to create the government. सरकार कैसे बनानी है संविधान बताएगा, सरकार बनाने की पावर संविधान देगा. हाउ टू क्रिएट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, सॉरी हाउ टू क्रिएट गवर्नमेंट, हाउ टू क्रिएट गवर्नमेंट, हाउ टू कंसीव गवर्नमेंट, हाउ टू lay the foundation of the government, who will tell you? Constitution. Because constitution will tell you the process, the nitty-gritty, how you go for election, how then a government is formed and all that. Like we'll go for Lok Sabha election and then a government will be formed. So how to create the government? The process is in the constitution. Then we choose the government. We have the power to choose the government, to create the government. But who gave you the power to create the government? Constitution. संविधान बनाने की पावर आपको किसने दी है? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने. गुरुजी हिंदी लैंग्वेज बहुत बढ़िया. Now again, yesterday also I told you that leave it upon me. I'll ensure that nobody will be left out. One word here and there, no problem. So adjust with it. Or it's an English batch, completely English batch. So I cannot keep saying in Hindi all through. So just bear that way also. Anyways, Constitution creates the government, founds the government, establishes the government. Uske baad, what is the nature of the government? What is the nature of the government? Who will tell you? Constitution. For example, Indian government will be secular, will be socialist, there will be republic. Who told you? Constitution of India. Read the preamble and you come to know the nature of the Indian constitution, the nature of the Indian government, sorry. Read the preamble, you come to know the nature of the Indian government, the character of the Indian government. Uske baad, organization of the government. Organization means design. Yesterday also I told you that India follows the parliamentary form of government. And I draw a drawing also. Yesterday I draw a drawing also. Here I ask you that what is the design of the governance system of the administration which we follow in India. Then you told me that the design is A or B. Kal bataya tha, A and B. And I ask you which design India follows. Answer can be given only when you are very well aware of Indian constitution. Indian constitution allows a parliamentary system. And parliamentary system has a special design of the government, which I discussed with you yesterday. If you remember, I told you that this is parliament. From within the parliament, you pull out the executive, you draw the council of ministers, and then this is the judiciary. And then here is legislature, executive, judiciary, where you have complete separation of powers. This is presidential system and this is parliamentary system. And what design India follows? This one, because constitution says that India is a parliamentary form of government. So if I have read the constitution, I am very, very clear that this is the design of Indian administration rather than this. So who told you the design? Constitution. Who told you the nature of the government? Constitution. Who told you how the government will be formed? Constitution. So this is a very, very critical purpose of constitution. Now the remaining part I'll take now. Please answer my question. I'll answer the question now. Sorry, I'll ask a question also. See, please focus on what I'm saying here. Constitution, we are discussing what? We are discussing what constitution is and what is the purpose of constitution. What constitution is and what is the purpose, goal of the constitution. This question has come in the exam also, let me tell you, in pre as well as in mains. and again it can come in examination, and only when your concepts are deeper, then only you can answer. See, UPSC is not about knowing a fact or not knowing the fact. This is the reality of PCS examinations or other examinations which are considered to be relatively lower of stature. UPSC will rarely ask you factual questions. Mostly they will ask you concepts. Mostly they will test you on the concepts. How deep your concept is, they try to test you there. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build upon the concepts regarding Indian polity. Ab dekhiye aap. I ask you a very simple question. I ask you a very simple question. Can, and you have to answer that, can Indian state here means government, can Indian state deprive you of your life and liberty? Can the state kill you? Can the state deprive you of your life and liberty? क्या सरकार आपकी जान ले सकती है? I mean, this is what I expected. Without any break, everybody is writing the same answer. सब लोग एक ही आंसर लिख रहे हैं. दीपान्विता, नादिरा, खुशी, श्रीनिवास, संकेत, ज्योति, अश्विता, क्रिश, जैंसी, अभिजीता, अभिषेक, अगेन नो, सारे लोग नो लिख रहे हैं. किशोर, राधे. See, my question was simple. Payal, Dhanya, Manoranjan. My question was simple. Can government deprive you of your life and liberty? क्या सरकार आपसे आपकी जान ले सकती है? Lalmon Len, the correct answer. Answer is yes. Yes, government can take away your life if there is such law in this country. And the law says that if you kill somebody, state will kill you. Nirbhaya convict. Was he not hanged by the state? 2611 convict. Was he not hanged by the state? So, and this power is given to the government by Constitution itself. Let me tell you. Now, do not feel that I have got right to life, so I have become Amar. मुझे right to life मिला तो मैं अमर हो गया. सिर्फ मुन्ना भैया अमर है. Only मुन्ना भैया is अमर. Sir, right to life also allows the government to deprive you of your life and liberty if the law has such a procedure. You murdered somebody, you raped somebody and murdered somebody. Will not government kill you then? And this is the power of the government. And who gave it to government? Constitution itself. Provided such a law is there. If suppose you kill somebody, let's say you brutally sexually assaulted somebody, you killed somebody. Now there is a procedure established by law which says that police will arrest you, trial will start against you, court will give you conviction, and then you can be hanged by the state, and you can be hanged till death. So my dear, have no doubt, state has the power to kill you, but they can kill you not arbitrarily. They have a limit on the power also. So not only Constitution tells the power of the government, Constitution not only tells the powers of the government, it also tells the limits on those powers. Constitution also declares the limits on the powers of the government. Mind you, this is a very critical power or the purpose of the Constitution. सरकार की पावर क्या है, उस पावर की हद कितनी है, ये दोनों बात संविधान में दी हुई है. What are the powers of the government and what are the limits on those powers? Both are mentioned in the Constitution of India. I hope that is very clear. Now on this line itself, so that your concepts become deeper, I put one more question to you so that you understand this. Yes, the powers are used in lawful, limited and organized way. That's true. Ayush Pandey. देखिए जी, if I ask you one more question, can the state, I mean, is government having this power? Can the state, here means government, can the state force you to do labor against your wish without payment? Please answer this. Do you feel that state can make you do labor against your wish, that too for free without payment? सरकार आपसे जबरदस्ती काम करा सकती है बिना पैसों के क्या? Yes. Again, the same sequence. No, 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 no. Suhas, Srinivas, Sanket, Nupur, Dipanvita. Again, most of you are Raj Rajput. Again, most of you are writing no, few of you are writing yes. The answer is yes. Sneha, yes. My question to you is that who gave the power to अरे हमारे पिताजी हमसे जबरदस्ती काम ना करा पाए तो गवर्नमेंट कैसे करा सकती है? गवर्नमेंट करा सकती है. Your parents may not be able to get the work out of you, but state can do it because such a power is available with the state. And who gave this power to government? Constitution of India, that is Article 23 itself says that in public interest, government can make you do work even against your wish, with or without payment. So, I mean, tell you, I mean, is it not that during emergency, let's say India has a financial emergency and you are working for the government, you don't want to work because they are not paying you salary. So can you leave the job? No, you will not leave job. They will not allow you to leave the job. Corona is there. You want to stay at home, not go to work. Can you do that? No. Action will be taken against you. You are in jail. आप जेल में हो. Can they not force you to do labor against your wish? Government has all these powers, and who gave these powers to government? Constitution of the country. But again, let me tell you, they cannot arbitrarily do it. Now, let's say today there is no financial emergency, and if they force me to work and they don't pay me, I leave the job, and then no case against me, because there is no reason why I should continue working without payment. I want payment, then I'll work. Here you cannot force me, but in public interest you can force me. But the point is not explaining this. Point is not to tell you that Constitution tells what government can do and how government can do it. Now, if I ask you that can the state government, and this is center, can the state government dismiss the central government? Can the state government dismiss the central government? Answer is no. There is no such power in the Constitution. But can the central government dismiss? Can the central government dismiss the state government? Answer is yes. Such a power is available under Article 356. So what government can do and how it can do and how it cannot do, explained by Constitution of the country. That is one other purpose of Constitution. So please note it down. Whatever I am writing, keep noting it down. Whatever I am writing, note it down. Constitution tells the powers of the government and the manner in which these powers are to be exercised. Means that Constitution tells about the powers and the limits on the powers of the government. Please keep noting down these things. See, wherever I say now, keep noting down. You note it down, and whatever I explain with examples, you can make a margin and you can write the example there. Because I'll not dictate the examples, I'll explain those things. And whatever you feel is a very okay, it's a very good concept. You can note down even if I don't dictate it. Something I'll dictate, something I'll explain. You can keep noting down. Though I'll give you much dictation, you will be having 2-3 registers once the classes are over. How you make it, it's up to you. The board is not properly working. I know, sir, there is a problem with this, but what to do? टेक्नोलॉजी कभी भी साथ छोड़ सकती है, तो यहाँ पे इसको अपडेशन की जरूरत होती है बार बार. In short, constitution is the rule book of the country. What one can do and what one cannot do is given in the constitution. See how government can force you to do work and this and that. I'll explain when I take fundamental rights. So there I'll give you the specific explanation. Here I give you just a sample. See, yesterday I told you one thing and I still repeat the same question in case some people are new to the class and some must have forgotten. I simply repeat the question and then I'll dictate you a line. Which law of the country is a violation of constitution, but still the law is legally valid? Please give me example of a law which is violating the constitution of the country, but the law is still legally valid. कोई एक कानून का एग्जाम्पल दीजिए जो संविधान का वायलेशन कर रहा है मगर वो कानून लीगली वैलिड है इस देश में. प्लीज गिव मी एनी वन एग्जाम्पल इफ देयर इज. Any example? Emergency reservation sedition law. Yesterday I dedicated much time to explain you this, that there is no law which is violating the constitution and that is legally valid. And if at all at any point of time such a law is found, then that law will be taken to the court and the court will review the law and may turn down the law. For example, section 377 of IPC, yesterday I explained. For example, section 66A of Information Technology Act was also turned down in Shreya Singhal case because this law was violating freedom of speech and expression. Shaira Bano case, yesterday I gave you example. There was a law which allowed instant triple talaq and the law was violating right to life of the Indian Constitution. Therefore, the law was declared invalid. So the point to be noted here is there is not even a single law which can afford to violate the Constitution and still be called valid. But if the law is existing, you assume that the law is in line with the constitution. ऐसा कोई कानून नहीं है जो संविधान का वायलेशन करे और यहां बच जाए, और अगर कोई कानून बचा हुआ है, चल रहा है, तो समझो कि वो संविधान के हिसाब से है, भले ही आपको कुछ भी लगे. Any law which is existing, the moment a law is passed by the parliament, the presumption is that the law is according to constitution. You agree or you don't agree, that's a different thing. But the law is according to constitution till the time judiciary turns it down. And till the time the law is not turned down, the law is valid and is according to constitution. That is the presumption. Once it is proven in the court of law that the law is going against constitution, then the law will be declared invalid. Whether it's Waqf Amendment Act, whether it's electoral bond, whether it's instant triple talaq, whether it's section 377, whether it's National Judicial Appointment Commission, whatever. ये तो था कानून. तो सीधी बात ये है, for a law to be valid, does it mean that for any law to be called valid law, it has to conform to the constitution of the country? Otherwise, it will not be valid. When the judgment came, it was IPC, not BNS. Navtej Singh Johar case judgment came, it was IPC. Even preventive detention is not a violation of constitution, because preventive detention is used under special circumstances. You may apply it on anybody, that's a problem with you. You are misusing the law, that's a different thing. But as such, the law of preventive detention doesn't allow it to be put on anybody and everybody. अभी आपने किसी ने कोई joke मार दिया, let's say somebody put a very simple ordinary joke, but that hurt the sentiment of any particular politician, and that person is now arrested under, let's say, any preventive detention law. That's a misuse of law, not the law itself. The law is according to constitution, but if you misuse it, the problem with the implementer, not the lawmaker. Anyways, I'll come to this point step by step. This is only the beginning. Now, the next point I want to discuss here is, can you tell me any tradition or any custom, which is violative of, which is against constitution of the country, or is a violation of the constitution, but is considered legal? What is preventive detention and all? I'll come to that point. Well, let me come to the point, the particular chapter, I'll discuss everything. Right now we're discussing constitution, and these things are taken as an example. And I'm giving multiple examples so that in case you do not know one thing, you can understand it through other. That is the whole purpose. Which is a tradition in the country, which is the custom in the country, which is against the constitution, which is violative of the constitution, but is legal, is valid, is allowed? Nelson, dowry. Okay. Any other custom? Payal, dowry. Any other custom which you feel is a violation of constitution but is legally valid and legally allowed? Any other than dowry? Any other example? Child marriage, tribal laws as exception. Any other answer? Priyanka. Okay, child marriage. Another example, Bali. Bali means sacrifice, conversion. Sati. Satito is no more a custom now, well, it's almost extinct. Krish, Vedant. Uniform Civil Code, sir, is a law, it's not a custom. Custom means something which is the practice in society since ages. There is no law for doing that. For example, let's say I tell you that when I come to the class, I say good morning. Now, there is no law where teacher has to say good morning. But that's a custom, no? That's a tradition. You say hello to each other. Polygamy, okay? Child labor, polygamy, okay? See, let's now, because there are, I mean, there can be many more examples. Let's focus on these things only. Property inheritance to the son, okay? Now, एक इसका example ले लेता हूं because the point has to be communicated with these examples. It will be more than enough. Now, if you talk about dowry, no doubt dowry is a practice in Indian society. It's a tradition, no doubt, agreed, completely agreed. But tell me one thing, dowry is against the right to life and liberty of the women, no doubt. But is dowry legal? क्या dowry legal है? आप ले रहे हो अलग बात है, मगर legal थोड़ी ना है. Dowry is not legal. You are taking it, you are giving it, that's a different thing. But this is completely illegal, my dear, and you cannot take dowry officially. That's a different thing, that the enforcement of the laws in India are so weak. People openly take dowry. But legally you should not, it's not allowed. Child marriage. Child marriages are very, very common even today. But child marriage as such is again a violation of the Indian Constitution. And therefore, let me tell you, child marriage is again illegal. And if you have a doubt, let me clarify the doubt with some example, which is even bigger example. There is a shrine in Sabrimala. Sabrimala is a place in Kerala. And there is a shrine there of Ayyappa Swami. Now, in this shrine, there was a tradition, a long tradition, that in this shrine of Lord Ayyappa, which was in Sabrimala, Kerala, women of certain ages cannot enter. 10 to 50 years of ages, they cannot enter, because that is considered to be the reproductive age of a woman. And the practice, the tradition was that women of this age on certain days of the month are impure. This was the practice, this was a tradition, that you consider women impure of this age on certain days of the month. This was challenged in the Supreme Court of India, and then Supreme Court of India said that considering somebody impure for her biological processes, which are very natural, is nothing but practice of untouchability. Not allowing women to enter the temple is a discrimination on the basis of sex and a violation of right to equality. Keeping the women out from a holy place is a right to violation of right to life. So Supreme Court come to the conclusion that this practice, this tradition should be removed, because this practice, custom, tradition was going against the constitution of the country, and therefore this practice, long held practice, was declared illegal. And now you cannot stop a woman of any age, any point of time, from entering the temple, at least as per the judgment of the court. So what I come to know is that not only every law has to be according to constitution, every tradition of the society, every custom of the society has to be according to constitution of the country. Sati, you must be knowing that Sati was a custom, but today if somebody practices Sati, it's a crime, because Sati, even as a custom, violates right to life of the women. So no custom will be allowed to be practiced if that custom is against the constitution. So the benchmark of any law and any custom is the constitution. सही गलत का पैमाना संविधान है देश के अंदर. So for any law or custom, please add this word custom. For any law or custom to be valid, it has to conform to the constitution of the country. Note it down, please. I've given you multiple examples to explain the point. Please be quick, because you see in online mode you have to be little quicker, because generally online mode take little more time compared to offline mode. So be little quick with the classes, noting down, focus, that should be sharp. Can I assume that all is okay? You understood everything till now? Can I assume that? See, even when traditional law is happening, I mean, somebody just wrote, I missed the point, because as more comments will come, the older comment will be scrolled up. Even when, as I think he was saying that Sabrimala thing is still happening, I don't know what he was trying to say. Even if a practice is being done in spite of it being declared unconstitutional or illegal, and you still do it, it's a crime. Dowry, you are taking dowry, you are giving dowry, but then it's a crime otherwise. You complain and police will pick you up. So just because something is happening doesn't mean that it becomes legal. If some practice has been declared unconstitutional, illegal by the judiciary, it remains illegal, at least on paper, even if you do it. Now you do murder, you commit murder. Murders are happening on daily basis. Do they become legal? They still remain illegal. Fair? Anyways, let's now continue with the remaining part. Please write it down with me. saying that dowry is a gift. You can you can say anything till the time the women says okay it's a gift. That's okay, but if the women says they are forcing me to give dowry, you can find yourself behind the bars. Sir, can state force us to do any work irrespective of our choices? Yes, they can force you. Now you are in the jail, now you don't want to break the stones, you want to piece of the chakki. They will still force you to break the stone. During emergency, you want to run, you don't want to go to work, but they will force you to work. During corona, you didn't want to go to office, they will force you to go to the work. पुलिस में आप थे. See, sanctity means a sacred position. Constitution has a special legal sanctity. Sanctity means a special sacred position. Sacred means holy, special. Holy, holy कब है? वो वाली holy नहीं. Something very very special has a sanctity. यहाँ मैंने क्या लिखा है? Constitution has a special sanctity. Constitution has a special sanctity since it is the fundamental law of the country and it derives its powers from the people as written in the preamble. Constitution has a special place in the legal working of the country. In the area of law, the value which Constitution enjoys. In the area of law, the value which Constitution enjoys, no other law enjoys. Reason? The first law of the country, the primary law of the country is the Constitution. सबसे बड़ा कानून कौन? Constitution. Which man will have special value, special place among all the men of the world? Which man will have a special place, a special value among all the men ever born on earth? Answer is Adam. Abba Adam bolte na Adam. Adam was the first man. So who came first? Adam. The one who came first and that has given birth to every other male, that will always have a special place. So which was the first law? Constitution. So Constitution will always have a special place higher than any other law. यही लिखा है. Constitution has a special legal sanctity. Sanctity means special position which is not held by any other law. क्योंकि वो fundamental law है, पहला law है, primary law है. साथ में Constitution derives its powers from people. Constitution takes power from people. How does it make a difference? Sir, in democracy at least, people are the ultimate power. People are the ultimate authority. देखो, if I explain this way, let me simplify this that way. That there is a book and I call it a holy book. Again, it's a holy book, at least for Hindus. Now, there is a holy book which has a very special place, at least in Hindu religion, which is not held by any other book. Which is that book? Can you tell me which is that one book, at least in Hindu religion, which has such a special value which no other book enjoys in the religion of Hinduism? वो कौन सी किताब है जिसकी ऐसी वैल्यू है जो किसी और किताब की है ही नहीं धर्म में? If you can tell me. Constitution has a special legal sanctity since it is a fundamental law and it derives its power from people as evident from the preamble. Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Now you say that Bhagavad Gita has a special value. No, somebody can say that, okay, some are saying that Ramayana has a special value and some are saying that Mahabharat has a special value. My dear friends, let me tell you, there is a book which somehow has even a higher position. You know why? And which book? Sir, that book is not actually a single book. That book is, you call it Vedas. Why you consider Vedas special than any other book? When you discuss Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana or Mahabharata, you classify them at one place. But when you talk about Vedas, they are considered to be in a different category altogether. What is the reason? The reason is the source. We know that somebody, it's a manuscript, somebody wrote Gita. Somebody wrote Gita, we can identify the person. Somebody wrote Ramayana, we can identify the person. Somebody wrote Mahabharata, we can identify the person. Now in one classes I asked that who wrote Ramayana, and I still remember मैंने पूछ लिया ऐसे कि who wrote Ramayana. The student said that sir Ramcharitramanas wrote Ramayana, and he said with such a confidence that even I got confused for a moment. The Ramcharitramanas wrote Ramayana. भाई वाल्मीकि ने लिखी नहीं लिखी. Now you know that who wrote Ramayana, you know who wrote Gita, you know who wrote Mahabharata, but can you identify one person who wrote Vedas? No, because it is said that Vedas were written by God himself. It is believed in the religion that Vedas were written by God. समानते हैं ना हम लोग? And the book which is written by God himself will always enjoy a higher stature. That is of no doubt. Now if I apply the same logic here, there is one book in the legal context which is written by the God of democracy, and that book is Constitution. Constitution is written by the people of the country. And let me tell you, people of the country are the God of democracy. So when God of democracy, that is people, they are writing a book, that book will always hold a special position, a special place in the legal context. That cannot be denied. Right? So यही बात मैंने लिखी है that the same thing I have written here. Constitution has a special legal sanctity since it is the fundamental law of the land, as well as it derives its powers from people as mentioned in the preamble. If you read the preamble, they say that we the people of India. No, if you read the first line of the preamble and the last line of the preamble, we the people of India give to ourselves the constitution. Matlab we have written the constitution. Who are we? We are God of democracy. We are special. Nobody is above us in this country. So we have written the book. That book will also be special. This is what I put here. Constitution explains the interrelationship. Constitution explains the interrelationship between different organs of the administration. if for the moment just focus on this, that I say that this is legislature, though I'll explain all this now. After this I'll explain this thing only. Legislature, consider it to be the parliament, law making body, parliament. Then you have got executive. Executive will implement the law, which is council of ministers. And the third is judiciary, right? Now, these three are the three organs of the administration. See, let me tell you one more time that few concepts as we proceed further, because there are many classes. You can consider around 50 classes. And today we are only starting with the second class. As we proceed further with time, I will shape your concepts, right? Because it takes time to clarify the concepts. So hold on, don't jump the gun, and don't rush through. Put all your energy and focus in understanding what I am explaining. Eventually, the clarification I'll give myself when the time will come, right? So just go with the flow, go with me, and I'll then allow you to ask a question. Then put the question. I'll be more than happy to answer. I don't want you to miss because you were typing something when I was explaining. So it's in your interest, focus on what I'm saying. Here there are three organs: legislature, executive, judiciary. Clear? They will make the law, they will implement the law, and they will solve the dispute. If I ask you one question, that among these three organs in India, 1, 2, 3, among these three organs in India, which organ, which body is more powerful than other? Then what is the answer? Okay, now some of you are writing judiciary, though some are saying that none, some are saying all are equally powerful. The correct answer is all are supreme in the respective area, and thus none of them is more powerful than other. Don't ask me the meaning also right now. Simply I tell you that in these 5 fingers, one finger is longer than other, the middle finger. Thumb is more thick. So there is no equality. But when it comes to 1, 2 and 3, they have a balance of power. You cannot say, at least in India, that one is more powerful than another or judiciary is more powerful than the two, because that is not allowed in India. What in India we have is a balance of power among the three organs. तीनों ऑर्गन अपने आप में एक बैलेंस बना के चलते हैं, और ये बैलेंस किसकी वजह से है? In law making, parliament is supreme. In implementation, government is supreme. In solving dispute, judiciary is supreme. So none of them is more powerful than the rest of the two, and they maintain a balance of power. Like the 3 wings of the fan, which wing is longer? No wing. They maintain a balance, length is same. So if you say that which is more powerful, none is more powerful, because you have read the constitution of this country, because constitution of this country says that India maintains a balance of power. So this is again a purpose of the constitution, that what are different organs of the state, what are different organs of the state, and how they interact with each other. That is explained in the Constitution. स्टेट की कितनी ऑर्गन होगी, उनका आपस में क्या रिश्ता होगा, क्या इंटरेक्शन होगा, ये भी संविधान में दिया है. Like judiciary can review the law making of the parliament and can turn down a law passed by the parliament. Judiciary can turn down the action of the government because such power is given by the Constitution. Vice versa is also true. If the judge is corrupt, misusing power, then both of them together can review the action of the judge and remove the judge. So they balance each other, they check each other, they control each other. And who allows them to do so? And this is what I put on the board. Constitution explains the interrelationship. Interrelationship means how they will interact with each other, what power they will exercise on each other. Okay? That is given in the Constitution. And not only how they will interact, how the government will interact with people, government and people, what relation they will have, that is also given in the Constitution. इसको देख लो, the last line. Now, for example, you read the Constitution of India, and that clearly says that people will choose the government. People of the country will choose the government. And who told you? Article 326 of the Indian Constitution, which is the right to vote. Government will not violate the fundamental rights of people. सरकार जनता का फंडामेंटल राइट वायलेट नहीं करेगी. कहाँ लिखा है? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखा है. So how people and government, they will mutually interact with each other, what relationship they will have, that is also explained in the Constitution. So this was broadly about the meaning of Constitution and the purpose of the Constitution. I hope everything was clear. Still, if you have any doubt, I give you 2 minutes. You can ask right now before I move to the next concept now. Sir, can any amendment be made to remove the separation of powers? See, I'll come to this point, but it will take me some time before I come to this point, because it will be too early for me to even answer this. Separation of power is actually a part of basic structure of the constitution, and no amendment can disturb that. But I'll discuss that specifically when I take fundamental rights. So till that time, you have to wait. Why do we follow presidency system? It's not presidency system, it is presidential system. And why we do not follow it, I'll tell you once I explain you. I'll dictate the difference between the two. I'm yet to explain the difference. I just give you a glimpse. I'll go in detail. What is parliamentary, what is presidential, advantage of this, advantage of that, why we follow this and why not that. So let me come to that. Everything will fall in place. That's why I'm saying that in the initial few classes, just go with the flow, go with me. Still you have any relevant doubt, you ask. Okay. Now I'll explain you what is the meaning of legislature, what is executive. But again, chapter will be taken specifically. Chapter बाद में लूंगा मैं, ठीक है ना? Sir, could you please tell something about the fourth pillar, that is media? I'll take again a specific topic on media. Then I'll discuss democracy, I'll discuss media. But it's yet to come. So till that time, hold on. See, now I'll explain you what is actually the basic meaning of legislature, executive, council of minister. And the purpose is not to take a chapter. English and Hindi, in both the languages, I'll tell you. अभी मेरा पर्पस आपको चैप्टर पढ़ाने का नहीं है. The purpose is not to take the chapter. The purpose is to tell you the basic terms which will be used eventually all through. Eventually the depth will be taken when I take the chapter specifically. Parliament I'll take separately. Executive I'll take separately. So I am right now just giving you basic concepts, because I've seen with all the experience of my teaching, people have completed the course, they have learnt Lakshmikant, they have mugged up everything, but they are not very clear. What is executive? What is actually MP? The difference between MP, MLA, MLC. Who is MLC? Do we call the Rajya Sabha member MP or not? Such basic doubts remain. So I want those doubts to be put to rest by this explanation. Please bear with me and focus on what I am discussing. See, I have put two boxes here. One is Rajya Sabha, other is Lok Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha together form what is called as Parliament. Parliament, I can also call it as Union Legislature. Let me ask you a simple question. In India, a body which you call as legislature, parliament, it makes the law, it implements the law, both or none. Parliament makes the law, implements the law, both or none. President is also the part of parliament, but here I am for a reason not talking about him, because the purpose is not to discuss the technicality, purpose is to give the concept. किशोर मेहता, बिल्कुल सही बात है, प्रेसिडेंट भी इसका पार्ट है, बट जानबूझ के मैं उनकी बात अभी नहीं कर रहा हूं. My question was, legislature makes the law, implements the law, both or none. It only makes the law, implements the law, both or none. Sir, when you use the word legislature, then that body only makes the law. तो वो body सिर्फ क्या बनाएगी? It will only make law. For implementation, there is a different body which is executive or council of ministers. Now again focus on this. Yes. देखिए, this is Lok Sabha, this is Rajya Sabha. Let's combine them. It becomes Parliament, and Parliament is Union Legislature. Union means India. Legislature means law making body. So parliament is a body which makes law for the whole country. Which makes law for the whole country. Law making body for India is parliament. Two houses, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is also referred as Council of States or the upper house. Lok Sabha, House of People or the lower house. Now here I have a very simple question to you. I have mentioned two names for Lok Sabha. What is a third name by which also Lok Sabha is referred? लोक सभा को एक और नाम से जानते हैं, वो तीसरा नाम क्या है? See, now do you see that here also I use a sentence in Hindi, but this one sentence was a mere repetition, was simply a repetition of what I said in English earlier. My question is that what is a third name which I can use to refer to Lok Sabha? House of Owls. Very good. ये तो मैंने भी पहली बार ही सुना, House of Owls. House of People तो already I put, no. There is one more name which is missing. House of Commons is used in England. The lower house is also known with one more name, and what that one name is? It's not legislative assembly actually, it's a very popular name. It's a very popular name. Once I write it, you'll say, oh, ये हमने पढ़ा हुआ है. I have given you the hint also. मैंने आपको hint भी दे दिया है. Jai Shri, very good. That Lok Sabha is also known as the popular house of the parliament. Popular house, popular chamber. Ashwita Reddy. Yes, Ayush Pandey. अब देखो कितने सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं. Popular house, yes. Lekhana Akula, popular chamber. Yes, that's very. You must have known it, but sometimes you just forget to answer. Srinivas. Now see, anyways, now the second thing I want to tell you here is, please answer one more question and see, be quick when you answer it. Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, they will have members. Right? They will have members. They will have members. Rajya Sabha has 245 members and Lok Sabha has 543 members. My simplest question to you is, Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, whose members are referred as MP? किस member को MP बोलते हैं? It's okay, Anshika. Don't feel shy in giving answers, even if it is wrong or by mistakenly you have given a wrong answer. Doesn't make a difference. At least you answered. Which house members are called MP? Okay. Now see, maximum are writing Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha. Now some of you are saying both. But the way I see it, 50% people, in fact more than 50% people are writing Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha. Sir, the diagram itself is very categorically clear. Rajya Sabha is a member of parliament. Sorry, Rajya Sabha is a house of parliament. Lok Sabha is a house of parliament. This is parliament. This is parliament. So whether you are part of this or you are part of this, you are member of parliament, member of parliament. Remember this. चाहे आप लोकसभा के मेंबर हो या राज्यसभा के मेंबर हो, दोनों एमपी. सम पीपल थिंक अरे राज्यसभा तो इज अ वेरी वेरी ऑर्डिनरी हाउस. They are not MP. They are also MP as good as they are. Anyways, there are 245 members right now, 543 members right now. My question to you is that, though I'll answer it, out of 543 MPs which Lok Sabha has, all the members are elected directly by people. All the Lok Sabha members, all of them are now elected directly by people. All are elected directly by people. ठीक है. सो ये 543 के 43 इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स हैं. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू राज्यसभा, द सिचुएशन इज बिट डिफरेंट. वहां पे क्या होता है? When you have got total 245 members in Rajya Sabha, all the members are not elected members. Some are elected. 233 MPs are elected. They are elected members. See how they are elected, this and that I'll tell you when I take the chapter specifically. Right now, just understand this, that of 240 members, only 233 members are chosen through elections. The remaining members, the 12 members, are not elected, rather they are nominated members. 233 मेंबर्स का होता है इलेक्शन. वो इलेक्शन से उनको चुना जाता है. 12 को नॉमिनेट किया जाता है. सी व्हेन आई से नॉमिनेटेड, इट मींस that you did not win any election, you were simply made the member of the house. You have not won any election, rather you had some qualification, some skill, some knowledge for which you were made the member of Rajya Sabha. And such qualified, expert, experienced members are 12 in Rajya Sabha, nominated by the President of India, but that's again a detail which we'll take later on. And you are nominated like Javed Akhtar, P.T. Usha, Tendulkar, Mary Kom. These people are nominated members because they are expert in the field of either arts, science, literature, or social service. So if you have knowledge of any of these areas or any other area, you can be nominated in Rajya Sabha, right? That's again clear. Going beyond that will be, we'll be doing that, but once we take the chapter, then I go deeper into it. As of now, just understand this, that of 240 members, 233 are elected members and the remaining 12 are nominated members, right? This is done. Jadeja, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Now this is very, very clear. Ab I proceed further. I want to ask few questions to you. Answer them very seriously. What is the normal life of Rajya Sabha? Means, can nominated members be made PM or not? This and that I'll take baad mein. Because one question will lead to another question. That's why I'm not entertaining it right now. Just as I said, go with the flow in the very beginning. That way the whole chapter will be discussed. See, my question to you is that what is a normal life of Rajya Sabha? Means every house has a life after which it will be reconstituted. I'll explain everything, but just answer my question first. I'll come to that point. What is the normal life of Rajya Sabha? 6 years or 5 years? Srinivas, Uragen, Debanjana De, Nitin, Krishna, Ayan, Suresh, Manisha, Argyadeep, Piyush, Krish, Priyanka, राज्यसभा नेवर गेट्स डिसॉल्व्ड। बहुत ही बढ़िया जवाब दिया है, राज्यसभा नेवर गेट्स डिसॉल्व्ड। आयुष पांडे, 6 years with 1/3 retiring every 2 years. Very good, Ayush. Sir, I'll explain you the meaning, but before I come to the point, just focus on this glass. See, Rajya Sabha is first of all a permanent house and is never dissolved. What is the meaning of permanent house and never dissolved? See this. Suppose, and let me tell you again, I'm not teaching Rajya Sabha, but I'm teaching this so that I can use it in the upcoming concepts. This is Rajya Sabha. Consider them to be the members of Rajya Sabha 245. The water represents the member of Rajya Sabha 245, right? Now, Rajya Sabha is created in such a way that it is never devoid of all its members. But the member of Rajya Sabha, each MP has a tenure of 6 years. Every MP of Rajya Sabha becomes MP for 6 years, after which he is supposed to retire. Each MP tenure 6 years, after which he will retire, new member will come. Now the Rajya Sabha calculation, the way it has been formed, the calculation is such that among all these 245 members, the calculation is such that after every 2 years, somehow 1/3 members are able to complete their tenure of 6 years. राज्यसभा में 245 मेंबर होते हैं। कैलकुलेशन ऐसी बिठाई है कि हर 2 साल में 1/3 मेंबर्स का जो टर्म है 6 साल का, वो पूरा हो जाता है और अब उन्हें बाहर जाना पड़ता है, उनकी जगह नए मेंबर आते हैं। सेम थिंग नाउ इन इंग्लिश अगेन। दिस इज राज्यसभा having 245 members. The calculation is such that somehow every second year, 1/3 of all the members complete their tenure of 6 years and now they will retire, and in their place new 1/3 members will come, and this happens every 2 years. Now let's say this is Rajya Sabha 245 members. Every second year 1/3 members will go out. There is a vacancy now, and in their place new 1/3 members will come, and again it is 245. After second year again, after 2 years again, 1/3 members will retire and new 1/3 members will come. So membership of the member is 6 years, but the house is never dissolved. Dissolve means that house is empty of all the members. This is dissolution. When the house is empty, there is no member, the house is dissolved. Rajya Sabha is such a house that it is never empty of all its members. राज्य सभा कभी ऐसा नहीं होता कि वो खाली हो जाए सारे मेंबर से। रिजोल्यूशन का मतलब है सारे मेंबर चले गए, उनका टर्म खत्म हो गया, वो एक्सपायर हो गए। खाली कभी नहीं होगा राज्य सभा। राज्य सभा will never be devoid of all the members, it will never be empty, and if it is not empty, it is not dissolved. Dissolution of the house means house is empty, right? I hope this point is clear. Now who decides who will retire and this and that, I'll again, this is not the right time. Let me come to the chapter. उसके बाद if I talk about Lok Sabha, अब अगर मैं यही बात लोकसभा के बारे में करूं तो द कॉन्सेप्ट विल चेंज. If this is Lok Sabha and there are 543 MPs, let me tell you, the normal life of Lok Sabha is 5 years. Means normally after every 5 years, Lok Sabha will be dissolved. Please read this before I explain, if you can. इतनी बढ़िया कैलीग्राफी में लिखा है मैंने. I'm talking about normally. Exceptions can be there. It can get dissolved before 5 years also, but that's an exception. मैं बात normally की कर रहा हूं अभी. Normally what happens? Now see, what happens is that suppose this is Lok Sabha, the house, the glass, and this water is the members of Lok Sabha. 543 members are there. 543 members, they enter the office, they make law for 5 years. Then after 5 years, all the members will lose the membership of the house. The house will be empty. Means the house will be dissolved. Rajya Sabha is never dissolved. Lok Sabha is dissolved. Normally after every 5 years. हर 5 साल में लोक सभा डिसॉल्व होती है नॉर्मली. डिसॉल्व होने का मतलब ये है, व्हाट डू मीन बाय डिसॉल्व इज दिस, दैट 5 years it has been, now the term is over, Lok Sabha will be dissolved, all the members will move out of Lok Sabha, they will lose the membership, Lok Sabha is khali, and if khali it means it is dissolved, there is no member, सारे मेंबर चले गए, लोकसभा खाली हो गया, मतलब लोकसभा क्या हो गया, डिसॉल्व हो गया. नाउ वी आर गोइंग फॉर री इलेक्शन ऑफ लोकसभा सो दैट वी अगेन कैन हैव द मेंबर्स. जनरल इलेक्शन हो रहे हैं ताकि सारे मेंबर दोबारा हमें मिल जाए, नए मेंबर मिल जाए. नाउ यू विल हैव न्यू मेंबर्स. प्रीवियस तो देयर वर डिफरेंट मेंबर्स. नाउ इलेक्शन के बाद नए मेंबर आएंगे. वो जो नए मेंबर आएंगे वो पुराने मेंबर से तो अलग ही होंगे, कुछ रिपीट भी हो सकते हैं. The new members will be different than the previous members. Some will be the same people also, again getting re-elected. But normally, the new Lok Sabha means the new membership. So old membership gone, Lok Sabha dissolved, Lok Sabha empty, general election, new members, different members, and again you got a new Lok Sabha. Can you identify it? No, it's completely different. पहले ये white था, अब ये मिल्की कलर का हो गया, बिकॉज द लोक सभा हैज बीन नाउ रिक्रिएटेड, रिफिल्ड, न्यू मेंबरशिप, न्यूली क्रिएटेड लोक सभा, 18th लोक सभा. नाउ आफ्टर 5 years अगेन दीज मेंबर्स विल लूज द मेंबरशिप, लोक सभा विल बी डिसॉल्व, लोक सभा इज खाली, एम्प्टी, डिसॉल्व हो गया मतलब खाली हो गया. अगेन इलेक्शंस, अगेन न्यू मेंबर्स, डिफरेंट मेंबर्स, दिस टाइम विच कलर, red or blue? The new Lok Sabha, same color. I'm not a jadugar, I'm a teacher. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you that this way every 5 years Lok Sabha is empty, you go for election, new MPs you have. Now this is what it is for the moment. Again, as I keep on saying, I'm not teaching you Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. I'm just simply telling you what is legislature, what is executive, the basic concept. Because we will be using that in the upcoming classes. MP Lok Sabha becomes MP for 5 years. MP Rajya Sabha becomes MP for 6 years. Lok Sabha is emptied, khali, dissolved every 5 years. Rajya Sabha is never dissolved. Anyways, let's stop it here itself. I thought you are going to change the color. ये मैं सीखूंगा. I learn this technique also. Don't worry. In other batches, I'll try to apply this jadoo. Anyways, my point here is, let me ask you one question. That if this was Rajya Sabha, if this was Rajya Sabha and this is Lok Sabha, and Lok Sabha elections are held normally every 5 years, then what is the purpose of holding Lok Sabha elections? मेरा आपसे सिंपल सवाल ये है कि आप लोक सभा इलेक्शन क्यों कराते हैं? पर्पस क्या है? Is it the purpose of having 543 lawmakers? We hold the Lok Sabha election to have 543 lawmakers, or there is one more purpose also? Krish, I'll give you a window, then you can ask a question after that. Let me complete it right now. Then after that, I'll allow you to speak. Abhi, just go with me. Focus on what I'm saying. See, my question again, why do we go for election of Lok Sabha? Is it to decide the 543 MPs, parliamentarians, or there is a different purpose? The answer is dual. लोक सभा इलेक्शन कराने के दो पर्पस होते हैं. Now let me explain on the board, and please be alert if you really want to make it good in polity. See, polity is such an area which I think people feel that it's very easy, though it is easy also, no doubt, but sometimes polity people make silly mistakes because they ignore or they take it for granted also, for ease, that okay, that's very easy, I'll handle it. The good part of polity is that if there are 20 questions, you can attempt all 20 questions and you can make them correct. But if you take it so lightly and you take it casually, you can misread the question, and even when the question was easy, you can mark it wrong. So what I'm saying is that be very easy with polity, learn it without any tension, but take it in a very serious spirit, because it is scoring. It is scoring subject. 20 में से 20 क्वेश्चन आप सही करके आ सकते हो. 1 or 2 क्वेश्चंस तो of course nobody can claim that I'll be able to do 100 out of 100 question, but normally if he is not setting a very wrong question, you can still attempt 20 out of 20 questions. 1 or 2 may be wrong also, that's okay, but then it's a scoring subject. Anyways, देखिए, ध्यान दो सर, इधर ध्यान दो. This is Rajya Sabha and this is Lok Sabha. Now I am telling you why we hold a Lok Sabha elections. हम लोक सभा इलेक्शन क्यों बनाते हैं, क्यों करते हैं, और गवर्नमेंट कैसे आती है, ये सब बताऊंगा मैं अभी. आप ध्यान से सुना देता. Now this is Rajya Sabha and it has those members. 245 members are there. ठीक है. We had a Lok Sabha election, general election. After general election, we got 543 MPs, the new MPs. इलेक्शन के बाद नए एमपी मिल गए हमको. Now, the next step, why we hold Lok Sabha election, first you got your 543 lawmakers in Lok Sabha. Now the second step is that we find out that among these 543 MPs, which party has maximum MPs or which party has more than half of the MPs. Now in Lok Sabha election there are different parties, BJP, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party, है ना, Trinamool Congress. So different parties are there in Lok Sabha elections, and now after the election we calculate that which party got majority. Majority means more than half of the Lok Sabha seats. Every seat is one MP. एक सीट का मतलब एक MP होता है. One seat means one MP. So there are 543 seats in Lok Sabha. Now suppose party A got 10% seats in Lok Sabha. It means party A got 54.3% MPs. मतलब 54 MP. Party B got 60% seats. मान लो party C got 20% seats. Every seat is an MP. एक सीट एक MP होता है और ये 10% seats. ठीक है? Then what is to be understood? Which party got the majority? किस पार्टी की majority आई? The majority belongs to party B. That we understood because party B got more than 50% of the seats. Any party which gets more than half of the total seats means half कितना हो गया? Half of the total seats. Total seats are 543. इसका half किया 271.5. So any party having more than 271.5 seats in Lok Sabha will make the government, will form the government. Now Modi ji this time was thinking that if he could get 400 seats out of 543, he could form the government. But unluckily, or like whatever you say, lucky for Congress, the reality was that they could not get more than half of the seats and they did not get a clear majority. That's a different thing. I'll explain again बाद में. अभी मेरा पर्पस सिर्फ इतना आपको बताना that once we get our MPs, the second step which we take now is to find out that which party got the majority. Here suppose party B got 60% of all the seats. That means party B got majority in Lok Sabha election. So party B will form the government. Party B will form the government. That again is clear. Party B सरकार बनाएगी, ये तो पता चल गया हमको. Now the next step is to find the prime minister. The next step is to find the prime minister. My simple question is, the prime minister of the country has to be from Lok Sabha और राज्य सभा. जो देश के प्राइम मिनिस्टर है वो लोक सभा से आते हैं कि राज्य सभा से आते हैं? That is the question. Please answer it right now. Okay, Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha. Everybody saying the same thing. Sneha Chaurasia, anyone? Dilip both. बाकी सब लोक सभा लिख रहे हैं. किशोर मेहता, आर्यन बादल, एनीवन? सर कहीं से भी आ सकते हैं. फ्रॉम एनी हाउस. नितिन, एनी हाउस. प्राइम मिनिस्टर कैन बी फ्रॉम एनी हाउस. He may be from Rajya Sabha, he may be from Lok Sabha. The only condition is that he should belong to the majority party. हालांकि that is also not a very hard and fast condition, let me tell you. But anyways, as of now, just understand this, that PM can be from any party, sorry, can be from any house, Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. Manmohan Singh belonged to Rajya Sabha. Manmohan Singh belonged to Congress. Congress, let's say, got majority. It didn't get majority. Let's say Congress got majority. Doesn't make a difference. So if Congress, let's say Narendra Modi is the BJP ka person. Narendra Modi to is a Lok Sabha member. Even if he was Rajya Sabha member, he could have become Prime Minister. ठीक है? मनमोहन सिंह तो PM थे, राज्य सभा के member थे वो. But anyhow, taking the current example, once it is clear that this party will form the government because the party got majority in Lok Sabha, ये clear हो गया कि ये पार्टी बनाएगी सरकार, क्योंकि इस पार्टी की मेजोरिटी आई है लोकसभा में, आधी से ज्यादा सीट उस पार्टी को मिली है. अब हम ये देखते हैं कि पीएम कौन बनेगा. नाउ वंस यू आर लुकिंग फॉर योर प्राइम मिनिस्टर, he may belong to Rajya Sabha, he may belong to Lok Sabha, but he is a leader of the majority party. So let's say it is Narendra Modi, for example, and he is sitting here in Lok Sabha, is the Lok Sabha member. So the second thing is that you are now clear who is the Prime Minister. The third step is, now Modi ji will find out who all are his ministers, and he will pick up his ministers, the team of ministers from Rajya Sabha as well as from Lok Sabha. Modi will run a scan that who all are the competent MPs whom I can elevate, whom I can promote to become the minister. What he does, he make a tour to Rajya Sabha and he is looking for people whom he can make ministers, and most of them will be of course from BJP. So okay, you become minister, you become minister, you become minister, you become minister, Nirmala Tai, you also become minister, and you also become minister. So you are picking the best people from Rajya Sabha to be your minister. Now you can also go to Lok Sabha picking your people. You become minister, you become minister. Sir, also make me minister. No, you are not capable. सर मुझे भी बना दो सर. अच्छा आजा, तू आजा. ऐसे उन्होंने अपनी पूरी टीम ये मान लो बना ली. He picked up his team, and this is what you call as the council of ministers. This is normally what you call as the executive. This is generally what you call as the government. जिसको आप बार बार गाली देते हो, लाइट चली गई जिसे गाली देते हो, वो गवर्नमेंट कौन है? ये है. बाढ़ आ गई, हर बात में जिसमें आप अपना गुस्सा उतारते हैं, वो है ये गवर्नमेंट. तो गवर्नमेंट, नॉर्मली पीपल से गवर्नमेंट, वो ये है. So this is a council of ministers. You are referring it to executive. Laymanishly we also call it government. And this is the council of ministers. And do not you see that from where he has taken his ministers, from where Modi got his ministers? He got his ministers from the parliament. So it's like parliament has given birth to council of ministers, executive. Whatever you have read, just believe in what I am saying right now is true. Later on I'll add few things myself more. Answer my question. When you see this diagram, please tell me. I'll put two statements and tell me which is correct and which is wrong. Statement number 1, statement number 2. Which statement is wrong? Every MP is a minister. Every minister is an MP. Which statement is correct? Wrong. Which statement is faulty? Wrong. Incorrect. Second is correct. सेकंड करेक्ट है कि इनकरेक्ट है ये तो लिख दो कम से कम. Very good. All of you are giving the correct answer and I'm very happy for this. Sir, this is wrong. You see, if I show you the diagram, do not you see that there are so many people who are outside the green box, outside the shaded portion. So let's say take this example. This fellow is only MP. He may be from BJP. भले ही वो बीजेपी का आदमी होगा मगर वो सिर्फ MP है. He is not a minister. Rahul Gandhi is MP. He is not a minister. So people outside the green box, they are simply MP. They are not minister. So every MP does not become minister. Rahul Gandhi is not a minister. Mrs. Moitra is not a minister. Jaya Bachchan is not a minister. So the first statement is wrong. They are MP, but they are not Nishikant Dubey. MP है, minister थोड़ी ना. But my dear, if you want to become minister in the government, then first of all, you should be a parliamentarian. Then you will take a role of minister. That is normally what it is. आप ये देखो जितने भी लोग मिनिस्टर बने हैं, all the people who have become minister, basically तो initially तो they became MP. First they became MP, then they were made minister. समझ में आई बात? Point number 1 clear. Point number 2, there is an exception, but that's an exception, not the general rule. Somebody can be made a minister even when today he is not an MP. Mr. Jay Shankar, when he was made the minister, that day he was not an MP. No problem. But sir, within 6 months, you have to become MP. Otherwise, you will lose the ministry. So ultimately, we come to the same conclusion. If you are a minister, you must become MP. If already not an MP, within 6 months, become MP. तो हर मिनिस्टर को MP होना जरूरी है, मगर हर MP का मिनिस्टर हो जाना ये जरूरी नहीं है. पहली बात. दूसरी बात, कैन मोदी जी मेक राहुल गांधी a minister in his government? Yes or no? Can Modi ji make Rahul Gandhi a minister in his government? Yes or no? बोलिए yes or no. Ritu, Kishore, Abhijita, Radhe, Devanjana De. Most of you, Krishna, Raj, Piyush, Krish, most of you are regularly giving answers and I'm so happy for this. Shivi Sharma, Pritam, Rudrakshi, Jyoti, Khushi. See, Vasundhara, answer is yes. Jagdishwar, Bhimte, sorry, Priyanka Bhimte, Ansh. देखिए, yes, Rahul Gandhi or Jaya Bachchan or whosoever can be made a minister if Modi ji has trust on them. But वो trust तो कभी आएगा नहीं ना opposition वाले बंदे के ऊपर, वो natural भी है. All it takes to become a minister in India is that he should be MP. That's it. लोक सभा और राज्य सभा, BJP और कांग्रेस doesn't make a difference. You can be made a minister. ठीक है ना? तो ये बात मैंने समझा दी है अब आपको. So I have explained you enough of this, but simply I just wanted to tell you that one more question I'll ask here. One more question I'll ask because it's again a very relevant concept also for examination. This is, understand this? Please answer the question. See, executive means council of ministers here. Legislature here means parliament, because we are talking about the central government. Oof, writing that too with such a bad handwriting is a very difficult task, no? There should be some technology where you think and what you think should come on the board. No, मन की गति से लिखो. But that way is also very dangerous. कभी कभी मैं सोचता हूँ कि यार if I think and that comes on the board, that's also very good. No, that's very dangerous. अभी कहीं मान लो मन में मतलब कुछ ऐसा चल गया और बोर्ड पे आ गया तो सोचो क्या हो सकता है. So the point is that you understand the handwriting with a few more classes. Executive Council of Minister is drawn from legislature. Legislature is drawn from executive. Which statement is correct? Which statement is correct? Executive is drawn, taken out from legislature. Legislature is taken out from executive. Both or none? Which is correct? Yes, Dilip, Mona, Suresh, Priyanka. Sir, only and only one is correct. Two cannot be correct. So the mother body here is legislature. The baby outcome is the council of minister. पार्लियामेंट ने गवर्नमेंट को क्रिएट किया है, पार्लियामेंट से गवर्नमेंट निकली है. इंग्लिश वर्जन द सेम थिंग. पार्लियामेंट हैज गिवन बर्थ टू गवर्नमेंट, पार्लियामेंट हैज गिवन बर्थ टू एग्जीक्यूटिव, executive has been taken out from parliament, executive has been drawn from parliament, council of minister has been drawn from parliament. Okay, so the bigger body is parliament, the sub part is executive, and this is nothing but parliamentary form of government. I'll explain it separately, but just for now, just to give a basic idea so that in future we can use it, this is nothing but parliamentary form of government. यही है parliamentary form of government. Council of Minister has been taken out from Parliament. Council of Minister Parliament से लिए गए हैं, and this is nothing but parliamentary form of government. I hope this is clear. Now, coming to the next concept here in this line only. In India, law is made at how many levels? In India, law is made at how many levels? Center or state? In India, see, Manoj, when I speak something, later on I can add some more exception to that also. That will add to the clarification, right? Because you cannot give the whole story at one go. So slowly we'll build up the whole concept. Okay. As I keep on saying, that's go with the flow, go with me. The answer is both. Correct answer. Payal, Fatima, Nadira, Gaurav, Surya, Payal, Piyush, Gaurav, Surya again, Priyam, Radhe, Aryan, Ansh. Answer is both. इंडिया में लॉ दो लेवल पे बनता है. वन, पार्लियामेंट, दिस इज राज्यसभा, दिस इज लोकसभा, दिस इज पार्लियामेंट, दिस इज यूनियन legislature. They make law for the whole country. But India is a federal country. So what is available with center is also available with the state. So states also make law. UP make law for UP, Bihar will make law for Bihar, Kerala will make law for Kerala, but on specified subjects which are mentioned in Schedule 7. But who will make law for Kerala? Who will make law for Bihar? Who will make law for Goa on the state subject? Bihar itself, Kerala itself, Goa itself, because they also have a law-making body, a state legislature, which for 6 states of India is bicameral, and for rest of the states of India is unicameral. Let me put it on the board. See, there are 6 states of India, only 6 states of India, where to make the law, you have 2 houses, and that is bicameral legislature, but only in 6 states of India, and they are the neighboring state: UP, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra, Telangana. So here only, in these states only, you have got 2 houses to make law. One is the upper house, other is the lower house. The upper house is called Legislative Council, and the lower house is called Legislative Assembly. Okay? Now, if suppose you become the member of Legislative Council, so you will be referred as MLC, medico legal case, member of Legislative Council, MLC, and if you become the member of Legislative Assembly, you become MLA. हमारे चाचा विधायक हैं, तो हमारे चाचा MLA है या MLC है? No English version available for this. Completely nonsensical punch. But only when you can answer it. There is an English dialogue, Hindi dialogue. हमारे चाचा विधायक हैं. People in North India, they keep bragging and flaunting that my uncle is vidhayak, my uncle is a legislator. So what can I assume? हमारे चाचा MLA है कि MLC है? If my uncle is from any of these 6 states, he can be MLC or he may be MLA. ये भी विधायक है, ये भी विधायक है, लॉ बनाते हैं ये भी दोनों, बाकी स्टेट में वो MLA. एंड इफ यू डू नॉट नो, अंडरस्टैंड दिस, डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस, इट वाज ओनली बकवास. कभी कभी बीच बीच में थोड़ी डालनी पड़ती है, कॉन्सेप्चुअल बकवास है मगर ये. एनीवेज, माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दैट if you are MLA, then what can I assume? That you are elected MLA or nominated MLA? MLAs are elected or nominated or both. MLA जो होते हैं elected होते हैं, nominated होते हैं, दोनों हो सकते हैं. Sir, MLAs are only elected except for the MLA in Jammu Kashmir and Pondicherry. Jammu Kashmir and Pondicherry are the union territories. Here there are some MLAs who are nominated MLAs. Otherwise, if you are MLA, you have become MLA by winning the election. So, normally, these MLAs are directly elected by the people. ठीक है ना? तो ये अगर आप MLA बने, if you are MLA, then we can assume safely that you are elected person. People have voted for you directly, elected MLA. Only Pondicherry and Jammu Kashmir have few MLAs who are not elected, they are nominated. Rest MLAs are only elected by people, right? Now MLCs, some MLCs are elected by various group of people. I'll explain once I come to the chapter. And some MLCs are nominated. Some XY is a number. It varies from state to state. So some MLCs are elected and some MLCs are nominated. Nominated by the governor. But why they are nominated, how they are nominated, let me come to the point, let me come to the chapter, I'll explain after that. As I said that my purpose is not to take the whole thing. My purpose is to simply give you a basic idea what the structure of Indian polity is. If I come to the chapter, it will take me at least 2 hours to complete this. Okay. So, ये तो यहाँ clear हो गया that in these 6 states you have got 2 houses to make law, and in the remaining state only 1 house to make law, and that 1 house is assembly. ठीक है. Now this is clear. Only 6 houses have got 2 houses to make law, and the remaining states have only 1 house to make law. That is, they are unicameral legislative bodies. Only 1 house. Right. Now the point I wanted to explain you here was how you form the government at the state. State level also you form the government same way as you are forming at the center. For example, if we take the example of, let's say, Bengal. Now suppose this is the Bengal Assembly. This is the legislative legislative assembly of Bengal. Suppose example only. What is the tenure of MLC? See, it's the same thing which we studied earlier. The way I explained now for Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, same thing applies here also. But of course, you cannot say that legislative council is exactly like Rajya Sabha. But many things are common. For example, the life of legislative assembly. The life of legislative assembly is 5 years. Means every 5 years the assembly is dissolved. हर 5 साल में assembly क्या होती है? Dissolve. But legislative council is never dissolved like Rajya Sabha. Just that every 2 years 1/3 members will retire the way it was in Rajya Sabha. हर 2 साल में 1/3 मेंबर रिटायर हो जाएंगे, उनकी जगह नए मेंबर आ जाएंगे बस. And MLCs remain MLCs for 6 years. Individual tenure is 6 years, but the house has no fixed tenure. It is always there unless it is abolished. वो बाद में होगा सब, ठीक है? The same thing, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, same concept applies here. The next thing I wanted to explain you here was how you form the government, which is a quick revision of what we have discussed at the case of center. Now this is the Assembly of Bengal, and let's say there are X number of MLAs in West Bengal, right? Every MLA is a seat in the assembly. One MLA means one seat in the assembly. ठीक है ना? Assembly thick or fat, one seat only. Now suppose this is example. Let's say this is 300. Though it is not 300, but for understanding 300. Let's say in Bengal you have got 300 MLAs, 300 seats. So you go for the election of the assembly. You got to know who will be the 300 MLA of Bengal. Election हुए, 300 MLA आ गए. You got your 300 MLAs in Bengal Assembly after the elections. And now you see that which party got the majority. Suppose Trinamool Congress got more than half of the total seats. Half of the total seats कितना हो गया? More than 150 seats. So suppose Trinamool Congress got more than 150 seats in the assembly election, then one thing is clear that Trinamool Congress will form the government. अगर TMC के पास आधी से ज़्यादा सीट आ गई असेंबली इलेक्शन में, तो ये तो पता चल गया कि TMC सरकार बनाएगी. Now the next step is you identify who will be the CM. CM will be the one who is the leader of TMC. Mamata Banerjee, leader of TMC. Now once it is clear that Mamata Banerjee will be the chief minister, she will pick up his team of ministers, and those people have to be picked up only and only from the assembly of West Bengal. So what she will do, suppose she is here, she is a chief minister, she will look for her most trusted people, and among these MLAs, some of them will be promoted to being the minister. So she will make them minister. Okay, Dada, you also become minister. Dada, you also become minister. Didi, you also come. So this way, some of the MLAs are made minister. And now this shaded portion is what you call as the Council of Ministers, Executive Government of Bengal. Legislature will make law, they will implement the law. Legislature will make law, they will implement the law. Now, answer my question here. I have a very, very important question. Suppose I am the chief minister and I made this fellow, who otherwise is an MLA, I made this fellow a minister. Now, will he cease to remain MLA or will he continue to remain MLA also? अगर मैं CM हूं, मैं किसी MLA को मिनिस्टर बना दूं, तो क्या वो MLA रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा? See, again, don't raise the language matter here because I'm simply repeating what I've said earlier in English, because I have to do justice to everybody here. Tell me, if I am the CM and I make an MLA a minister, will that fellow remain MLA or not? And I request all of you, everybody should answer. And I'm very, very happy that all of you have given the right answer because you have got the concept clear. Yes, he will remain MLA. He will remain MLA. And mind you, even Modi ji ke jitne minister hai, all the ministers of Modi ji, Nirmala Sitharaman, Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Jai Shankar, these people have become minister. But that doesn't mean they are no longer MP. They are playing double role. They are MP also, they are minister also. So here, the people in the green shade, they played two roles. As a lawmaker, they behave as MLA, and as a minister, they implement the law. But the people outside the shade, जो shade के बाहर हैं, the people outside the shade, they are only playing one role of being MLA only. ये सिर्फ एक ही काम कर रहे हैं MLA होने का. Whereas these people are playing the double role. The same man is behaving like MLA also. the same man is behaving like a minister also. And the same thing at the central level, it is true for MPs also. Central level पे यही चीज MP के लिए भी सही हो जाएगी. Now, is it everything clear as a glass or not? Can a minister of state be from legislative council? Yes. Even MLC can be made a minister. Bengal में तो क्या ना एक ही body थी. Like say you go to UP, Uttar Pradesh, they have got 2 houses. So MLC can also be made a minister, no doubt. Like it was in center. So is it all clear to all of you? Tomorrow I will be starting with another very important concept. Any doubt, any question? Sir, class notes and PW book is enough to crack UPSC? Class notes, PW notes and newspaper, current affairs. That is enough. Thank you, Suresh. Can ex-MLA become minister? See, ex-MLA is a person who used to be MLA, but currently is not an MLA. You can make him a minister, no problem. But I ensure that he eventually become a minister. Sorry, he eventually become MLA in 6 months. कोई पहले एमएलए था अभी नहीं है, मिनिस्टर बना दो, बन जाएगा. 6 महीने में उसको एमएलए बनना पड़ेगा, वरना मिनिस्ट्री जाएगी उसकी. ठीक है. So hopefully things are clear to all of you, and thank you so much for being so enthusiastic and so involved and so responsive. Hopefully I'll be able to clarify almost all the doubts which you have, keeping in mind the requirement of exam. And their knowledge though is infinite. There is a never-ending knowledge. But whatever is required for exam, I try to keep that in mind for sure. So the minister in the center from Rajya Sabha will not retire till the Lok Sabha is dissolved. See, if you are a minister and you are MP of Rajya Sabha and now you are minister, so even when the government will fall, you will not be a minister, but you will remain MP. I mean, don't bother about if you don't have this question in mind. Once I come to this, I'll take again in detail. Rest I'll answer as we proceed further, because there are so many permutation and combination on this. So I don't want to confuse people who are otherwise clear at this stage as we proceed further. Sir, we have a Telegram group. As of now, I don't have a Telegram group associated with PW. So in case it is made, then we can communicate there. Sir, can one person be MP for 2 or more times? Yes. Brij Bhushan ji नहीं है जो अभी इनका नाम बार बार आ रहा है. He has been MP for more than 5 times. Modi ji 3rd time MP. You can be, right? ठीक है sir. Thank you very much. And now, see you tomorrow. Till then, enjoy life.